Doug Gottlieb Show rolls on here on Fox Sports Radio. Kyrie Irving's always been that guy, the same guy, right? Hadn't he? And here's what he said about his current team. This is his current team, which he's missed the first half of his first season with the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, it's transparent. It's out there. It's glaring in terms of the pieces we need in order to be at the next level. I'm going to continue to reiterate it. We're going to do the best with the guys that we have in our locker room now, and we'll worry about other stuff in terms of moving pieces and everything else in an organization down the line in the summer. It's just something that we signed up for. We knew we were coming into it at the beginning of the season. Guys were going down left and right. GT is out. DJ got hurt tonight. Wilson's coming back. We've got complimentary young guys as well, and they've done a great job over the last 3 years. Collectively, I feel like we have great pieces, but it's pretty glaring that we need one more piece or two more pieces that will complement myself, KD, DJ, GT, Spence, Karras. We'll see how it evolves. He's the biggest a-hole in sports. Like, at least LeBron James might think this and say this privately, right? Like, when he's with his guys, or last year when he was hurt and they had Magic and Pelinka, he was probably going like, look, we really need to make a move for AD. These guys are great guys. They're just not good enough. Right? But to come out and say, and by the way, so if your name is not on this list, basically you're like, okay, Kyrie does not want me around. I mean, there is no more divisive human being on a basketball team. And by the way, he hasn't been healthy all season. Hasn't been healthy. So how the hell does he know what they have? Kevin Durant hasn't played a minute. Kevin Durant was, by my estimation, the best player in the league. Now, I don't know what he'll look like when he comes back to play, but neither does Kyrie, who's never played a basketball game, not one, with Kevin Durant on his team, not an NBA game. So what are you doing? Like, you do realize that everyone around the league is going like, yep. And you can this is the old, you can think it, but you can't say it. We used to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Because we're like, well, he's with LeBron. It's really hard with LeBron. I mean, like, look, I've even given him the benefit of the doubt before LeBron. Because their GM at the time came out and said, hey, people get on to Kyrie about his record before LeBron, but we were trying to lose. We were tanking, and it was working. That's why we had the number one overall pick. It was tanking before tanking became in vogue. They were playing young players. They lost games almost intentionally. It was working. Right? So we gave him the benefit of the doubt. Then when he's with LeBron, you're like, well, I understand that LeBron said privately that he'd want Chris Paul instead of Kyrie Irving. Even after they won a championship, it made him mad. That's why he wanted out. I'll create all these. Then he goes to Boston, and they have success without him. And you're like, yeah, it's got to be really hard to deal with the fact that even though there's some things in terms of draw and the East being down that allowed them to be successful, like all of those things, I can give him a pass for. Not this. Can't give him a pass for that. You played half the games this year, and you're already saying, these guys are fine. They did a nice job the last 3 years. He's patting him on the head. Hey, way to go to put the team in. You guys did a great job of having fun, playing little games, being competitive until the real players are going to come in. Right? This is, by the way, the number one mistake that college coaches make when they come into a new program. Wait till I get my guys here, right? And what happens? Well, all the guys that are there, like that guy. They either quit by leaving or they quit in terms of their overall investment in the program. And by the way, Kyrie, it is not your job. That ain't your job. You can think it, but you can't say it. What a jerk. I mean, do you really think it's like Spencer Dinwiddie, right? He's on this list. Karis LeVert. Do you think they don't have relationships with other guys? And oh yeah, by the way, if you're going to add a piece, you're going to have to get rid of a Karis LeVert, a Spencer Dinwiddie, right? You're good. No one's going to go like, oh, Brooklyn needs a piece. Well, hell, Kyrie wants another piece. Let's just give it to him. But if he may be saying nice things about Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert, but like those guys have relationships with everybody else. You have 15 guys on your team. He named 6 of them, including himself. How do you think the other 9 guys feel today? That's true leadership there from Kyrie Irving. If you want to know why his team got worse last year with more talent in Boston, if you want to know why other teams are like, yeah, not that sad that he's going to Brooklyn. Kyrie, wow, he's exactly what you think he is. Hey, what up? Doug Gottlieb here. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Fox Sports Radio. You can catch my show, all the shows on Fox Sports Radio, unique interviews, strong takes, just interesting discussion on the sports topic of the day, of the week, of the month. It's all encompassing. It's everything you need right here on YouTube. Subscribe.